How way does the internet decide now? Now is not a good time to work. Why? How? How? Come up. Where is this? Yeah, mas. Hi, how are you, my friend? I don't understand, guys. You know what? No, I must say that Apple is, for me personally, right? They are useless. Useless. They are so useless. Look, they're like even my phone full. They're useless. Useless. Why can't you say useless? So, the internet is connected to the Wi-Fi. But stupid, this thing, what you call as a Mac Mini, connects to a thing that doesn't work. Well, why would you connect to something that doesn't work when you can just connect to the thing that have internet? What's up, my brothers and sisters? Good evening, members of the jury. Hey, Rolio. What's up, Amazon? Away business, my good friend Sianda, Alfred, Nkulu, Kileko, and Koto, and Anshu. What's up, Alfred, and everyone, Duncan? So, how is life going, guys? You know, I'm always, I like to come here and hear how life is going on the other side of the world, how things are going, how things are going. So, a couple of things to keep up the good content. Thank you, sir. So, a couple of things to note. So, you guys remember that guy who came on this live? Good evening. That guy who came, I don't know if you guys remember. There was a guy on this live. He said that he's been practicing how to trade for quite some time, and if we can't give him an account because he's ready to trade. So I said to him, send me an email so that we can send you an account and we can see if you is capable of trading. So we sent him an account then, and we've never heard from him again. So he's gone. Matt Gene, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. So, as always, greeting from Northwest. Welcome, my good friend. So, yeah. Yep, guys. Just don't forget to smash that like button so that, we can get the ball rolling, man. Let us quickly, I actually forgot to check something here with yesterday's the data that came. Oh, it's actually tonight. What's the time now? 8 o'clock. I think everybody's getting up for the feds and it's weird though. You know what? No, can I get an account too? So that guy, good evening, Roland Adonis. It's weird though. If you look at the price action, if you look at the price action on the dollar index, right, where the price is now currently trading, you would assume that the Feds is probably, just for the sake of price action, right? And I'm not saying that they are going to do it and they are not going to do it. If you look at where the dollar index is, right, and this is just based on the last breakdown, right? So if you look at where the index is, right there, right, testing very strong support. Okay, that support was formed in July, and it's testing that support right there now. No, just for the sake of price action, why would the Feds now go and reduce the rates further and send the price down? Like, I know based on the information that we received and based on the forecast for the index, I hope you guys were able to take this trade on this analysis that I did. I was actually able to get this. What was this, a 123 on Euro USD? But we're gonna talk about this tomorrow actually when I drop another video. And this is purely just based on price action in the market, right? Don't say don't quote me on anything, because if you've been following technical analysis for a very long time, right? You will always notice that the market always corrects itself uh, because of fundamental data, right? So the market would trend berries, for instance, berries, and then once it reaches support or resistance, certain news comes out, and that news, is kind of the savior of the. So this is what I'm thinking. I think that DXY needs to correct itself, and I'm not saying that the Feds, but I'm saying the only way I see the index correct itself is by the Feds saying we are not going to hike the interest rates, or we're going to keep it at 4.5, or if they do, drop it another quarter of a basis point, then I guess we are gonna go. There's still a correction. They still, because you can see this. There is some very strong support. Really, if the next levels, we probably go at looking at 95, 94, 500 after there. But yeah, don't know if I'm wrong, but you suspiciously smiled when you mentioned my name. Oh no, yeah, because it sounds the same as mine almost. It sounds the same. It almost sounds the same as my name. You're always having these live streams late, man. No, it's not late, but it's because you see, we have to be wary of the time, because a lot of people are at work. You see, a lot of people are at work, and people go to school. Yeah, some nutty traders in here also. So that is why. And plus, then throughout the day, right? It's normally content. It's normally content. Research for content. What is the advantages of trading one pair? I don't normally trade one single pair, but the good thing about trading a single currency pair is that it allows you to I don't want to say master, because you cannot master a single you cannot ever master a pair, but it just kind of, you familiarize yourself with it. You know what time of the day you need to trade it. You know how the certain news impacts affected in a certain way. Are you buying gold? I don't know. I don't trade here for MC, guys, unfortunately. And gold is heavily overextended to the top. Gold is overbought here. Gold is going to 1 million. I wouldn't touch gold unless there's some sort of an indication for the market to make a U-turn. Right now, I don't see any. The market's not giving us an indication that it's ready to make a U-turn. This market has just been going up, 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 up. So we need to wait for some sort of an indication for the market to correct itself. But so far, we've seen nothing. The market created printed structure, continued higher, printed structure, continued higher, printed structure, continued higher. There was no break of structure to the downside for you to say that it's now a good time to look for any sells. Nothing. It's just been going up, So that's not where we are right now. Can you please teach us on how to create our... So are we buying? Oh, can you please teach us on how to create our own order flow? So there's a guy on Telegram. So he basically... Guys, so order flow data, right? I know there's a guy called Nick from Transparent FX, right? To understand how to read order flow is fancy. It is a very fancy thing to do, because I think it's fancy. It's a nice way to sound smart when you speak to people about, order flow data in the market. But there's a guy on Telegram. He creates these spreadsheets where you could basically, you could literally copy and paste that entire the like you can basically copy and paste that entire uh, 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 order flow information there. And I have made 4 or 5 videos on how you can actually read that order flow information. So yeah, it's not that difficult to read order flow information. It's easier to keep up with fundamental. Also, yeah, sure, exactly. Only buy the dips on gold. Yeah, something along those lines. So the way I look at the market, right? So I'll give you guys a quick example with the way I look at the market, right? So that you can understand why I do not just jump into any trades, right? Let me just see. Yeah. So if you look at gold here, right? This is on a daily time frame. If gold was trading in that range, right, and then it broke out and it continued higher. Now, if I was looking for sells on gold, remember the market prints structure when it forms a green candle next to a red candle. Hey, you devil. So when there's a red candle printed next to a green candle, right, that is structure. Now, this is called structure in the market, which is something you might see being created over here. Now, after the market prints structure, I would then mark out that structure because we would, like, let's just say for this example, we all know that's resistance support, and I would wait for the break of structure, a pullback, go on to lower time frames, use the tools that I use to monitor price action, and then I will start looking for sells. I do not look for sells when the market's going up because just for the sake of it being too high. Some people say, oh, gold is too high, it's going to sell now. Gold goes up, oh, it's too high, it's going to sell now. People go, oh, gold is too high, it's going to sell. That is not how I look, sorry, at the market for a potential selling opportunity in the market by saying that, oh, it's too high now. Oh, it's way overbought. I'm going to sell here. It's too high. Or the price is trading at resistance, at previous structure in the market. No, I don't look at these things, right? I read the structure in the market, and then I also look at things like fundamental data, which is why I mostly focus on the dollar index, because if you look at the education that I provided around fundamental data, you would realize that it focuses a lot on reading and understanding dollar index fundamental news, such as the CPI, interest rates, jobs reports, jobs openings, interest rate decisions, CPI, core CPI, PPI, core PPI, month over month, year over year, and all of these things, right? I feel like trading one pair, it depends on your personality. Yes, I think that's also good depth. Yeah, 100%. Mohammed, what's up? Okay, let me ask this question. If you're trading GBP, USD, gold, NASDAQ, what is the advantages of trading not sharing the same account? Do you think I can be profitable? What is the advantages of trading not sharing the same account? Do you think I can? I don't understand the question. Maybe it's these glasses. Maybe it's these glasses. These glasses. Let me ask you, if you what is the advantage of trading not sharing the same? What is the advantage of trading not sharing the same account? No, I don't understand what you're saying at all. So the reason why you guys will see I'm mostly all the time, right? It means trading each on a different account. What is the advantage of each not sharing the same account? Well, it means trading each on a different account. I don't think, I think that the it's very difficult to answer your question. And the reason why I say so, right, is that I always look at the dollar index as the main indicator before I make as the main technical indicator. Right, I trade one account. I'm busy trading a $2,500 two-step equity hedge account, which I will take you guys through tomorrow, because I'm trying to see how much I can scale those accounts, to the two-step. But I wouldn't advise you to have multiple accounts if that's what you're asking. But if you want to, you can do that as well. But me personally, I don't trade gold as often as a lot of people out there might be trading it. Another one I don't trade a lot is the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq. I will trade here and there, but GU and EU I always look at almost all the time to trade, but I always look at the price action in the dollar index. Like to give you guys an example, right? If you open a chart with the dollar index and GU next to each other, you'd be able to read the price action exactly from the dollar index onto GU. Because remember, like, just to give you guys a quick example, let me just give you a quick example. So this is the index, right? So this is the analysis that I did, right? So you guys know this is the analysis that I did on Sunday, where I said that we can expect a bearish dollar because of this report and also because of the previous report, right? So let's assume, right, the index is trading at support right there, right? So we still have some liquidity here to the downside, like the SMC traders will say. So we still have that, you know, room a little bit to the downside, which I am expecting the market to go and test there when we get the data. However, if let's assume that I see we still have a little bit more room to the downside on the on DXY, then I would be looking to purchase. And this was also a beautiful setup on GU, where I said that we're going to get that breaker structure and that continuation to the upside. Now on here, I would be looking for any buying opportunities in this market, because why? The price action on the dollar index, I'm expecting a little bit of bearish continuation to the downside for the market to go and, you know, reach those previous lows. And this is just an example. I'm not saying that you should go and do it, but I'm saying that if I look at the index, for instance, and there's room for the price still to move to the next point of structure, right? I don't know how you guys set take profits and stop losses in the market. I believe a stop loss needs to be below the 78.6 and a take profit needs to be at the minus 38.2 or the minus 78.6, right? At the top of the extensions. Now I don't know how you guys set it, but you always want to trade the market to the next structure that you see, right? If you see, if you, and most of you might know this, right? If you look left, and then that's why they always say, oh, you have to look left, you have to look left. And you look at where the point of structure is in the market to the left, that is most probably where you would want to trade the market to, or a little bit lower than that, depending on where your targets are, depending on what time frame you are, depending on what you're doing. Are you scalping? Are you day trading? Are you swinging the trade? Or whatever the case is, right? Let me just go over these. Good point. Most people trade support and resistance in a traditional retest and breakout without confirmation. Yeah, it's very important that the one thing you guys must understand, no matter what course you buy, from who you buy it from, the core fundamentals or the core technicals will remain price action regardless of what course you buy. Any course you buy, anybody where you buy a course, the core technicals of that course will always focus on price action. They will always point you out to certain levels in the market there where the market has retested previously, whether they use a trend line, a counter trend line. They'll tell you about one touch, two touch, three touch, but when you look left on where those touches might have taken place, you would see there was previous price action that had taken place in the market there as well. So regardless of what course you buy, right, price action will always be the reason, the last point of reference why you enter a trade, right? Because you aren't going to just enter a trade for the sake of entering. So you can have all of these confluences stacked up in your favor. You still want to buy or sell the market at a very good price, and the best prices to buy is at the lowest, and at the best prices to sell is at those high prices. So that is where the saying comes from. You know, you buy at support and you sell at resistance. That's where it comes from. But like I tell you guys, no matter what course you purchase, you will see that if you understand price action, and market structure that is created through price action, you'll understand that no matter who you go to educate you on how to learn how to trade, core fundamentals remain price action, and that is what we need at the end of the day. Um, I really need to win. Oh yes, my friend. Mina, I also don't trade gold. I trade Dow Jones, Nasdaq. Yeah, USD cat's not that bad as well. I also pray that I win that account. Yeah, I'm giving away $5,000 instant funded accounts in tomorrow's video. So make sure you're there when I do the giveaway. So you guys, for those of you that want to stand a chance to win, um, would you say your people trading different pairs and indices just risk 1% per day and split it with how many valid trades you'll take that day? Maybe it will help with consistency of profit and losses. Yeah, look, it's very important that when you have what people don't understand, that it is very important that you manage your trading account as if it's as if it is a salary, right? As if it is actual money that you have, right? A lot of guys, I realize, is that they'll deposit 500 and they'll go in with a 0.05. You ask them about how did you get to a 0.05, they don't know because they don't calculate the risk on the trades, right? So if you are going to trade it in that way, you have to at least understand, that what are the risks, or what does 1% look like on the Dow Jones? What does 1% look like on the Nasdaq? Because of because a 1% risk on the Nasdaq lot size isn't going to be equivalent to a 1% risk on a GU trade or a EU trade. In fact, gold is very, in fact, precious metals and exotic pairs are very expensive. So that is why I say, if you're going to trade multiple pairs, don't think that you have to go in 0.01. You have to go, you deposit 100, you go 0.01 or 0.02. There's the saying that I live by. It is our desire to want to get rich quick that makes us stay poor all the time, right? It's because we are out there trying to make all this money very, very quick. And that is the main reason why we make no money at all at the end of the day. Because why? We are so hungry and so greedy to just want to make that money. So is it true that I have no idea with Comet, my brother? Hope Malaji, yes sir. Earlier, wouldn't it be better to give one account? Yeah. So the thing is, guys, unfortunately I don't make the rules, right? So I initially was giving away one account per day, and unfortunately, you guys see in the videos I make nowadays, I don't talk about equity edge in the videos anymore, right? Before, every video would get equity edge in every video, and you'll have probably seen in the videos I've made so far this week, there was no talking about equity edge in those videos. But these guys, they make the rules, and unfortunately, I have to just go by the rules, because why? There's a lot of things that these guys look at that I'm going to speak to you guys very quickly. Vishimuzi, good evening, my good friend Alfred. 100% greedy mindset, and that's the reason. So these prop firms, right? So I was first given the exposure to give away all of these accounts, right? Like $180,000, $150,000 worth of accounts, and I was able to give them away every day. But if you guys look at the views on this channel, right? And I'm gonna bring you guys now to another story that I am busy working with, right? That I'm working with. So if you guys look at the views on the channel, right? If you look at from June month, right? The views on the channel has gone like this. It has completely gone down. We went from 350,000 views in May to 250,000 views per month in June, and then we went to 220,000 views we went to 180,000 views. Now I think last month we did about 130,000 views, right? To put that into monetary value perspective, in May month, the channel made 8,400 Rand, right? For August, last month, the channel made 4,500. This month, the channel is due to make 3,500. So you can see how the views on the channel has gone like this. But there's a very good reason for that also. So two things happened, right? There's two things that happened. Now the first thing that happened was in June month that we got a strike or a warning on the channel, right? Now if you go and Google this, you'll see that once they implement a warning or a strike onto your channel, that normally it doesn't give you the like, they don't promote your content as much as they would normally do it, right? So they kind of hold that down, and then you have to complete a course, then you have to wait 3 months for everything to start changing again. So that 3 months, right? So that 3 months is actually expiring on Saturday, right? On Saturday, then the 3 months will be done. Then they will remove the warning. Then hopefully we'll go back. Hopefully we will go back to normal, right? If nothing happens between today and Saturday. Apart from that, between in the month of August, we also got 10 privacy complaints from, I don't know who it was or who sent it through, right? But obviously, we are very well educated with how YouTube's copyright policies work, and how what data you can use, what data you can't use, and all of these things, right? So we were able to maneuver ourselves through there. But on the one side, right, we are still dealing with that thing. So these guys, they look at view counts, how videos are performing that you are putting their content out on, because to them it's all about the exposure. And we've been trying to get but the thing is, with that in place, if you go on Google, actually, you'll see, just say that you see, if YouTube put a warning on my channel, does it limit my views? And you'll see there it says, so if you look there, you can see there, yes, YouTube warnings can limit your channel reach and views by flagging your channel in the YouTube system. So we have until Saturday, then the 3 months would have expired for that warning that is on the channel. So we've even hired this guy, who does video optimizing. We had that guy come on, he was optimizing the videos, all of these videos, he was optimizing it, and we just couldn't get that breakthrough to get that, that breakthrough that we were hoping we were going to get through that. And that's one of the reasons why you'll see the views on the channel has been very, very like this. Very, 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 very like this. But that's because of what I've explained to you guys now. So hopefully in October month, when these things pick up, we can, we can double the accounts. But right now we're still giving away the same amount of accounts, if I just think about it. Like, if I just think about it, but other than that, we are 100% determined that we will be able to get through this, by Saturday. So that is the reason why they make these changes. You see, so unfortunately, it's a major loss from my side, because regardless of what the channel makes, these people that does part of the work for me, they still need to get their money. Unfortunately, you can't tell these people, yo bro, but you see, the channel was not doing so well, and therefore we can't do anything for you. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. So that is where we are now. But hopefully, we are targeting October to look a little bit better on there also. Any case, let's continue on here. A bunch of people don't really like to trade currencies because it's not as liquid as synthetics. Like the Nasdaq, unaware that's real beauty lies within a good risk reward. 100% correct. You see, there's nothing wrong with trading any instrument, whether it's whether it's a precious metal, whether it's a indice, a forex, or a currency pair, or commodity like oil. You have to just be very mindful of your risk. But you see what a lot of people is doing, right? A lot of people think that they they have to go in with a 0.01 because they maybe have 500 rand in their account. Now, the price of oil might be, I'm just going to say, right, might be $100 a barrel, and the platform might charge you, I don't know, 10 or 100 rand per 0.01. You might not know this, and you take a trade at 0.01, and they wipe 20% of your account because you think you are capable of trading you are able to trade that thing, but you're not. You don't have the money to trade it. But people will do that. Like, people will take the 500 rand and trade gold. You're not supposed to even trade gold with so little money, but people will deposit 500 and trade a 0.01. Why? Gold just does this. Gone. Um, was wondering why sometimes I don't receive live. Yeah, we are unfortunately restricted and bound by YouTube at the moment. So, like I said, we are looking forward to Monday. This Saturday, it all needs to go. This Saturday, I've already taken screenshots, and I'm gonna make a full video, just to explain to you guys. But a person want to make, you want to wait till it's over before you make a video. You don't want to make a video before it's over, and then YouTube say, "Oh, you're telling the people about us." So let me rather just wait till this is over. Victor made 100K in 2019. I was living large till I blew it all. 2021, been struggling to make it back. Till the grid always gets the best of me. And you know that the similar story happened to me as well. Not 100K though, but it is that look, man. If you come from a place up here and you fall down here, you just want to get there again because it's nice there, it feels good there. So you're willing to do whatever it takes to get back there. You see, no matter what it takes, anybody can come to you and sell you something and you will believe it because your whole idea is just to, like, you just want to get back there very quickly. I've been there, brother. I will tell people in life, you see, I was also very, very, very breakerig, brag a lot, used to brag a lot. But life humbles you, and then you come humbly in front of the people and say, please, please, you know what, guys? You humble yourself in front of the people. That is what you do. That is why I tell people nowadays you have to be very respectful towards people because why? You never know when you might need them. Would you ever do a traders meet in Cape Town for subscribers? Maybe yeah, maybe I will do it. But you see, the thing is like this. I'm also not a person that likes to leave the house. You understand? Like there was one guy. I'm not sure if it was that guy here. You can ask him also. I drove through a place once. I drove through a place once, and that guy came up right behind me. I thought this guy was coming after me. But then he actually sent me a video to say, no, brother, I recognize you. And I was like, I wanted to greet you, something like that. You see, if you ever see me, just say hi. Don't get out of your car to come to my car. I will blast. I'm just joking. If you have a small account, no, I'm going to take this stuff. Never. Yeah. How am I gonna sit here with this glass? I think this glass is not making me see so liquor. Uh, well, if you have a small account, like example of 500, are there any recommendations you'd give to trade? Maybe yes. Is to stick to currency pairs. In fact, you can even go and do micro accounts. You understand? The 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 rule of trading is, the trick to trading is to stay in the game for as long as you can. You understand? That's what you want to do. You want to stay in there for as long as you can. That's the trick that you want to teach yourself, is that you want to get in. You want to stay there for as long as you can. So if you get 500 rand, you go and you open up a micro account. You can stay there. These guys will deposit 1,000, 2,000. They will blow, 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 blow. You will still be there. But I understand. I understand that. I really understand. Don't think I don't understand. But I do understand that we do not want to make 10 rand, 20 rand, 30 rand. It's not enough money. We want to make 1 tau, 2 tau. Because what we see on social media is what we want, right? We see Nasdaq Ninja flashing 100,000. We also want at least 10,000.
Here's what I found.
Voorbarig. We also want 100,000. You understand? So it's very important to just try and stay into the game for as long as you can. Really, that's all that it is about. That is that idea. How do you get an equity edge? Oh, how's equity edge? How do you get an edge in the market? I look. There's things that you have to understand outside of practicals, right? When I talk about practicals, I'm talking about learning a skill or learning and understanding how the market works, right? You have to. There's two things that you need to understand first, right? And that is the psychology behind trading, how you behave in the market, how you behave when you win, how you behave when you lose, right? So these are things that you have to understand before you even take your first trade. Risk management is something that you must learn also before you take that first trade. If you can overcome these two things, right? There's a book called The Mental Game of Trading that you can get for free, which is in Clari's Telegram channel. Go listen to that book, read that book. It's all about your mentality when it comes to trading. A lot of people, they haven't mastered, I don't want to say haven't mastered, but they haven't learned to control themselves when they lose a trade. They don't know how to react when they win a trade. So if you can overcome these things before you even take a trade, those are the important things. The skill you can get for free, the skill you can pick up on YouTube. You can get it through courses that I can give you. All the courses in the world that you want. But one thing I cannot teach you, or one thing I cannot give you, is behavioral patterns that you might have in the market. Because I can tell you that trading psychology means that if you lose a trade, you must step out of the market, right? That is what I tell you. I say, my friend, if you lose a trade, I need you to walk away. That is what psychology says, right? Psychology says if you lose a trade, step out of the market, validate, see what you've done wrong, journal your trade, backtest, go there and look, all of that stuff, right? If you are sitting there in the market by yourself and there's no book, no mentor, no nothing, you deposit 1,000, the Nasdaq is going up 1,000 points, right? And you tell yourself, Nasdaq is high enough, now I'm gonna sell it. Nasdaq go another 500 points higher. You don't remember your training. Your training says if you lose, step out of the market. Nasdaq hits your stop loss and it takes you out for 100 rand. Now you got 400 rand. You should be stepping out of the market at that point. But because you are so greedy and you cannot accept that you have lost, and because you don't believe in losing, you say, maybe it's gonna go down now. Let me place another one. And then Nasdaq says, no, thank you. another 500 points, and it hits your stop loss again. You sit there and you tell yourself, yo, I've already lost 200. I might as well go full margin. Then you go in a full 3% risk for your last 300. And then NASDAQ just says, doop, 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 woof. And there goes your whole 500 rand. Where you could have just lost $100, walk away, come back tomorrow and see. But you cannot control that. It is not easy to control that greed that we have as traders in the market. But that is why the one thing that sells very, 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 very beautifully is a blue screen and a course. Remember, there is no emotions attached to a demo account. There's no risk associated with a demo account. Nothing. You don't have to worry about trading a demo. Which is why when your mentor tells you, I just lost 100K. Did he really lose 100K? Because anybody who would have lost 100K, in fact, anybody who understands trading and risk management in the market will tell you. I watched the video of NASDAQ Ninja where he says that, he said, was it NASDAQ Ninja or was it, what is that guy's name with the red Ferrari? He says that, I think he was saying something about the risk management. If you're not trading real money in the market, you don't have to worry. Why must you worry about the risk management? You don't have to worry because it's not real money. You see, there's no risk associated to these guys that are offering these courses and these signals that they're selling to us. Nothing. He doesn't risk anything. We risk the 1,000 rand that we pay for the signal. We risk another 1,000 that we pay to fund the account. He loses. He say, guys, here's a signal. You take it. You lose it. Your 1,000 rand's gone. The 1,000 rand that you deposit's gone. He's trading on a demo account. He just made himself 1,500 because he gets a 50% commission on all the 1,000 rands that you blow. He makes 1,000 selling you signals. Then makes another 500. He traded a demo account to make you feel bad, to say that you might have only lost 500. Look at me, I lost 100,000. Did you really lose 100,000? You understand? I'm telling you, when these guys get to the point of trading real money, you guys would know what it feels like to trade with real money. You know what it feels like to trade with real money. You should know what it's like to trade with real money. You know. You can't tell me you just lost 30K and you are okay with it. You are just fine. You're just like, it's okay. My brother, I used to lose 100 rand. And I couldn't deal. I couldn't understand. You understand? That is why I tell you guys that I was planning on making a video, right? 3-part video, Namibia, Nigeria, and South Africa. And I'm still going to do it. We are just doing the necessary research that is required. And it's probably going to start on Monday, right? I want to show you guys, every country, they have their borderline people. They borderline people, the people that stands out in their country. There's always that. Think of it. I want you guys to think of it, really. If I ask you now, who's the most successful traders in the USA? You're going to tell me FX Alex G. What's the Cobra guy? You point them out just like that. If I tell you who's the most successful traders in Nigeria, you're going to tell me it's, Kojo Forex. But then there's that other guys. If I tell you who's the most successful traders in South Africa, you're gonna say it's Jason Noah, DJ Coach. There's this borderline of people in every country who claims to be and then everyone else that follows just gets nowhere. So I don't understand how that works. You understand? So again, I'm happy and I'm grateful that there's a handful of people who understands what I mean, what I say, the message that I'm trying to bring across. I'm grateful there's people who get me, like-minded people who understand what I'm trying to do for them. And then I do understand that these people just go like, you just don't have money, you just don't have money. I don't have money, right? So you guys see these glasses, like I don't like to talk about things that I do. These lenses in here are called Gen S smart lenses, right? And these are Oakleys, paid 9,000 rand for these glasses, right? But I'm not gonna go on on Instagram and say, "Oh, look at me," or take a photo, put it there on the couch and say, "Oh, look at me. I am wearing a pair of," and thank you HFM for making it possible. No, why? No, HFM didn't buy this. So it's not from HFM. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to the people and say that it's because of the broker. So the important thing that you guys have to remember is that you can make money through speculating in the forex market. Yes, you can. There's a lot of money that you can make. A lot of money that you can make. South Africans, has in the last financial year, South Africans has gambled away 1.6 billion. I was gonna make a video on that. South Africans, and I think Mpumalanga is one of the biggest, places with the biggest gambling habits that they have on there as well, right? The biggest South Africans are becoming very, very, very bad at gambling. Really, 1.6 billion in the last finance year is what South Africans had spent on gambling. It shows you, unemployment's going up. People are getting poorer and poorer and poorer. Unemployment keeps going up. Keeps going up. And then a poor person comes to you and say, "My brother, I need help. I see you drive a nice car. Can't you teach me how to trade?" Instead of saying, "My brother, I can't trade. I'm also struggling. I trade demo." You say, "No, come. I will help you." Knowing that you can't trade. Why would you do that? You understand? Any case, let me go through some questions here. My brother, please don't shout here, brother. Please, especially if you come here late. You want to come shout here, brother. Please. Hello, meneer Ian. Ian, you said the book name. It's The Mental. Yes, sir. Insightful. Yes, meneer. Hello, Sam. Lloyd, which many of these YouTube talking about psychology don't mention. The psychology in trading is very important. You will pick that up, right? If you look at people who just started a job, they make the same mistake. Once they get paid, they go out there, they buy expensive shoes and expensive clothing. Then next thing they know, they're looking for traveling money on a Monday to get to work. You have to learn how to manage your money with the same way you do it in trading. See, how can I calculate the risk of how long I can stay in the market for a commodity using a micro standard account? There's many calculators online that you can use. Like on Baby Pups, they have calculators there that you can use as well. This information is important. You know what? Yeah, you know what, guys? Now, you have to be on that level where if you have a conversation with a person who trades, you have to tell him, "You know what? This month I have taken 5 trades. I have made 6%. I have lost the 2%. And because of GU, EU, the NASDAQ, is why I lost. I took a trade. But I think, the reason for my losing trades are, I've entered the market just before a news event kicked off. I held my trades overnight. I got taken out by these massive spreads in the market." You need to be able to tell you how you've lost the money. Half of you won't be able to tell me now how much you've made last month in a percentage gain, how much you've lost, why you've lost it. You don't know because you just go 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. You just place those trades and hope the next day that it's gonna go in your way. Any case, Kolani, this influence talking about losing 100K and smiling after. Exactly. There's no way. Guys, we are all human, right? It's like Elton John says, "It's a human sign." Let me not sing here. But we are all human. You know what it's like to lose money. And if you look at some of these guys, you have to ask yourself, did you really lose that money? Any case. Personally, the successful trader in South Africa that I know, okay, cool. We are very happy for you, my brother, that you believe that there's somebody that is successful, right? And because I don't think anybody who was a successful trader would come and sit here and tell us that he knows a successful guy. Wiseman, that's good. Stefan Fucking was one of the real traders. Okay, good people. Bro, walk through. Oh, you Wiseman. Got these proper. Probably with earlier all the reasons into. Yep. No, if it's good, it's good. Then I'm glad he's that he can deliver. 525k with Comet and six. Jesus, it is 5k. Yo, sorry, my friend, man. That's why I thought the brand is good with Dex. What do you think of ICT? Uh, oh no idea. I've seen many things about him. Or if you're talking about the person, I've seen many videos about the guy, the ICT guy. Um, and I really have no comment. I don't like to comment on people that I don't know anything about. I If you're talking about the ICT concept, also then I have never gone over that concept either. Real Cedric, well said. Is it wrong to only work with people who know what's going on and not help anyone? No, you can help anyone. I think it's important that that once you put the content out there, it's obviously because you want to help everyone. I don't know if that's what you mean, right? But that is why I put the content out there. If you look at my YouTube channel right now, you will realize now that I have done over 1,100 videos. Yeah, 1,100 videos already in a space of 2 years. Do you know that's no, in a space of 3 years, that's almost two videos a day. You see, but you can't force people to do the work. Like you can't force people to say that use this, go this way, go that way, do this, because everybody is a trader nowadays. They're like, yeah, but you can't tell me what to do. I know exactly what you need to do. It is on the what is your 2025 as your business and YouTube into 2026. Bro, you got those RE PDFs. What I learned, it's on the community tab. Just go to the community tab. You'll find it there, right? You'll find it right there. If you want to learn your RE5, you go there. So for just to answer the question there for that 1,000 words, look, for me, it is, as you've seen most recently, we are focusing a lot on external scammers outside of South Africa. And the idea is to continue to innovate and bring new and fresh content, and expand the education and to learn people outside of only South Africa, right? If a South African story comes up, we'll most likely cover it. But the idea is always to expand and expand and expand and expand. And the guys from Namibia has been working very good. They've been really helpful. They've been sending through scammers that has been scamming them that they want us to cover. We already have a story that I was going to cover tomorrow, but I'll probably only cover it on Monday or on Friday. So it's always good to have the support of the people also to say that, so these guys from Namibia has been really helpful with the information they've been sharing. And business, I don't have a business, my brother. I am just trying to stay alive so I can be here when GTA 6 comes out next year, in May. So that's all. That is my goal now, to stay alive until GTA 6 comes out. Keep enlightening us, as most people don't listen. As you said, everyone claims to be a trader. Yeah, it's important, guys. You mustn't get how do I say this now? Like, there's so many things that have happened now recently, right? So many people are so. Please keep up the weekly. I compare them. Yeah, I'll be dropping them every Sunday, so you don't have to worry. I decided I was gonna bring them back because sometimes sitting by myself and going over them on a Sunday, it gets boring. It's boring, for me to sit here on a Sunday and mark up the charts. So I decided, what, I'm just gonna record myself and then just put it on YouTube for you guys. So there's a lot of things that are happening in the world right now, as you guys see, that people are so caught up by, and they're so influenced by, they get, you get thrown off so easily with a lot of things that are happening in the world. The only thing I can say, that a lot of us, we come from the same background, we share the same visions and goals. We all want to be successful in trading, and sometimes some of us believe that what we're doing is right, and nobody's going to tell us any other way. But it is important that we also acknowledge, and we learn that, we acknowledge and understand that maybe there's somebody out there who is capable of helping you become better, or can maybe guide you with understanding something better. Like, to give you guys an example, right? Everything that I have learned, I always thought that there's a better way to understand it, until I completely understood it, if that makes any sense, right? That's it. So it is important to understand. Like, you have to understand. If you guys will never understand why I do what I do, and I put in so much work in what I do. I don't think you guys will ever understand, no matter how much I tell you. If you ever watched my Facebook profile, right? You don't have to add me on Facebook, because there's a quote that I've got on my Facebook. It says that you'll never see a you all behind us, right? It means that nothing that I have here today is gonna be on my hearse when I go to the graveyard and they deliver me there. So I might as well, you know, give some, I might as well say, I might as well give, and I might as well try and impact where I can, how I can, with what I can. And you know what? Sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you might be trying to be impactful to people, and not everybody is gonna say, well done, we like it, well done, we don't like it. To give you guys an example, right? With all of this stuff that's been going on, I still come here, I still make a video, I still do giveaways. I could have decided to start selling these accounts, because the channel is, as I've explained to you guys the story now that we have here until Saturday. But I have never gotten to that point where I said to myself, you know what, let me rather find an alternative way to do this. I'll stick to my models, I'll stick to and then I will never ask anybody on this YouTube channel ever for anything, ever. It's not because of my pride, or because I think I'm quiet or anything like that. But I will never ever come here and say, yeah, guys, you know what, no? My comment or my electricity or anything like that. It's not because I'm like that. It's because why? I understand that a lot of us that are here, we say the same. Yeah, but we are all the same, and regardless of how I speak here, we are all the same. All of us, yeah, no matter what your race, your religion, your political views, it doesn't matter. All of us here, we have one goal, and that is to become profitable in what it is that we do. But it's not easy. Why? Because you have to maneuver yourself through all these. You have to maneuver yourself through all of these scammers that you find yourself in there. Mr. Olio, Justin, how's it, my brother? How long did you take to be brother? I've been trading now since 2013, 2014. I've been here before EAs were born. Bro, you already, oh shit. Thanks. Can you help explain the difference between the account offered in the equity aids and what the consistency rule and instant account? You know what? All of that information, if you go onto the terms of service or the terms and conditions, you'll find it there. Because why? The reason why I don't want to explain anything, because I know their instant account rules are different from their two-step account, which is why I'm trading a two-step and not an instant account. So it's better to go through the terms and conditions. You'll find it there. Keep enlightening us as people don't listen. Yes, my friend. Where am I now? What's happening with this scam exposing? Did YouTube make some policy changes which allows fraudsters to be named? No. So YouTube hasn't made any changes to that. We still expose scammers. We just don't focus too much on poor scammers, which is the type you'll find in South Africa, where you make a video and they threaten your entire family, where the video just made 30 rand. So we still expose them. The thing is, the content becomes repetitive when you speak about the same people over and 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 over again. So we have started looking outside of South Africa, which is why we cover a lot of Namibian scammers. And from there, we're going to go a little bit further, look at Nigeria, a little bit further, and that is how you expand. Because I can guarantee you the next video I make about Bandile is most likely going to be the same as the first video I make about him. I guarantee if I make another video about Nasdaq Ninja, it's going to be the same one like I did the first one. If I make another video about whoever, I'm sure you get it by now. Unless, like the video I made today was a little bit different, unless something unusual comes up, we will cover the content. But if it's I bought a robot by Bandile and no. It's the same thing. It's like you're really gonna make me make another video about Bandile who told you his robot is making money and it doesn't make any money. You know, these guys in South Africa, no, they are the people who are the most aggressive when it comes to making. When you make a video about them, that is why I say, for hulle wil ek kry, I want to get them in here in front of me. That one guy threatened my family. You know who he is. I promise you guys, I make a promise to you today, if you live in Cape Town, if I ever have to come face to face with that guy, then you guys will see my true colors. Because why? That guy has taken it way too far to threaten my family, because I exposed him on a video that has made this channel a 90 rand in 3 months. Then he went to go run his mouth on social media. Yep. No, I must find him. He knows who he is. I must find him in Cape Town. You see, I must find him here. Show you what I do. Show you. Because these guys, they kind of step out of line sometimes. You know, sometimes they step out of line. It's like we say, as a colored, you know, as coloureds will say, it's a cake for us by the free. You know, looking at my face, something. Don't work like that. Don't judge people like this. You know, that is why I don't want to make videos about these guys. So much videos about these poor scammers. They have no money. That is why they will do whatever they can to stop you from making content about them, because they have no money. No money, because now you make a video, they will say, oh, you are protecting, you are taking my money out of my mouth. Brokers also, same thing. Brokers is the same. I won't talk about these people. You know, these guys, they will come after you like this one. You're still sleeping and then brokers is here. Hey, why you make a video about us? It's like, yeah, it was actually the truth, hey. We've got, it's none of your business. Keep quiet. Shit, sorry. How do I win a fund account? We're giving away 5 accounts tomorrow, my friend. Be there, don't be late. But you really need to applaud yourself, because you really clean up the industry, and I hope you at least made money for your efforts. In terms of revenue, guys, I will be 100% honest with you. The revenue that I have received, right? The only place I have ever made money from was from HFM. That's it. So far, was only through HFM. The money through YouTube, right? It goes to pay for things that we need to pay. Well, it's going to be given in the video. It has to go for the people that makes this video. Now, these 2 months have been very bad. It's been very bad. Ooh, yeah, it's been very bad. Very, very, very bad. The revenue has been very bad because of something that had happened on the YouTube channel. that is gonna get sorted out now on Saturday, right? So it's now even bad because even though the channel's not doing that good for this 2 months, these people must still get paid. So now you can understand already. You understand? So in terms of revenue, no, I will not say. I have shown you guys last time on the live. I show you how much money this channel makes every month. Some people still ask me, why do you still do this? Why do you still make videos? Why do you still make, I can show you guys how much this channel makes. It's focal. People who drive motorbikes for Checker 6060 make more money here in a week than YouTube pays out here a month. But you'll still find people say, "Oh my God, you're doing this for ad revenue." No, I make good for myself. The content and edits have been great, and quality of the videos. Thank you, sir. Mr. Review noted. You're welcome. Moral of the story is many crap. Yeah, don't like some of these guys. They take it too far. I said to leaders of Montla one day. I said to him, "You know what? Now, you see, you guys on that side, you scam people. We expose people who scam people, right? Don't get upset if you get exposed for scamming. Don't become a scammer if you're gonna be upset when you get exposed. You know? Don't become a gangster if you cannot stand the heat that comes with it. These guys want to be big gangsters on social media. But when they are getting exposed, then they want to say, we will find you, we will, leave this threatening people on social media that you've never met, that you never know. Leave this stuff. Don't threaten people you've never seen in your whole life. You've never met me. You've never seen me in person. You never spend an hour with me. You don't know what it's like to even look at me, to see me. But you assume that your words, or whatever the case is. Don't leave that stuff. Leave that stuff. You come here, like I said to Bandile, leave that. Come to Cape Town. We can talk. And when I saw Bandile that day, I felt sorry for him. And I was like, nah, bro, leave this. Leave this. I said to leaders of Montla, I said to him, but I didn't come here to fight anymore. Because when I saw Bandile, I realized, this is a murder case. Yo, bro, I will go shit for that. I just won. I will go shit. I said to myself, it's not worth it. So I just said to him, you know what, bro? Let's keep the peace. Let's leave everything. I'm not going to do anything. Let's leave it. But don't talk about me or talk nonsense about me on social media. Let's leave this. See, Nasdaq Ninja also said he's going to drive into me if I stand there. He stood right there in front of me. And I was like, so what now? Don't work like that, guys. You think you see me here sitting on a chair. Yeah, what's up, you guys? Yeah, we have another video. No, be respectful to people. If you've never met them, if you never saw them, if you never, just be respectful. We can all get along very nicely. We can all make nice videos. And I'm not gonna tell you about I have my brother and my sister and my uncle, and no, I don't talk about these things. I deal with it myself. I deal with these things myself. I'm a nice guy, man. But if I make a video about you, don't talk about my family. Leave my family out of this. Talk to me. You must talk to me if you want to talk. Yeah, it's getting cold here, guys. What time tomorrow? When the video drops, my brother. When the video drops. Tomorrow morning, I wake up 4 o'clock when you're still in La La Land. I will work out first, pick up the gym equipment, drink a coffee, make a breakfast, then play GTA online. After that, sleep, wake up again, then we come here. So maybe 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, the video is there. Yeah, all the same, can you please give us an idea when you go live? I think that's the thing that I must do. I'm gonna schedule these lives going forward. I was gonna go live on Sunday, but I realized I have to do the market breakdowns. So I will most likely go live on Monday, but I will schedule the live for you guys on Monday. and then we can have another conversation. And I can tell you guys exactly what had happened over the 3 months with the channel also. You know, I can actually show you guys because then we will be in the Bafana Baras Tito, like what happened to the signal reviews? So the reason why we can't do signal reviews, right? So you know the FSCA came out last year, 23rd of October, and said that you now require a license to be providing any financial services, and one of that included signal services. So if I do a review on your signals, I'm gonna have to report you after that also. Out of business one time, same time, out of business. So that is why I can't do signal reviews anymore. However, we can always go external to look outside of this country. I actually got 2 emails from the FSCA about cases they investigated that I reported in March. I was like, wach, I don't have, you can't come and reply to my email now. So that is the reason why I don't review them anymore, because, you know, but these guys are still selling signals. What must you do to win an account? Just be there. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna love and leave you guys. Okay, my battery is about to die. My battery is gonna die now, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And we are gonna be giving away those 5 accounts in tomorrow's video. $5,000. So be there, guys. It is the FOMC tonight in 30 minutes. Be wise. Don't. Can you well say it? I can't even tell you go. Don't go in. Don't go in. Don't go and trade it. You know, when will you go? I won't be live tomorrow, guys. Thank you, Kulani. Cheers, guys. I will see you guys on Monday. But the accounts is giving away tomorrow. Cheers, guys. What do you think of the FOMC? I believe the FOMC. I believe the Feds are going to hike, not hike those interest rates. I do believe they're gonna drop it by another 1/4 basis point, and the dollar index is gonna continue to go down. Oh, please, guys, I'm gonna go now. People are starting to say.